Migration and relocation. Which country are you moving to? Are you moving for work, study, marriage, or permanent residency? It depends. So the visa requirements and regulations, you have to follow all that, right? The most popular destination for Kenyans are US, Canada, UK, Germany, UAE, and Qatar. But the Arab-speaking countries, that's completely something different, so I don't have to talk about it. That's a topic for another day, right? But for the other countries that I mentioned, they are easier, and the visa requirements are quite easy to navigate through, right? So, like in Europe, if at all you're coming for a visit, you're given, I think, a Schengen visa that's valid for like 90 days. Then I think in US it's a B1, B2 visa, right? So it's, I don't know, maybe 90 days too, I'm not so sure, but you have to check the regulations. For work visas in US it's H1B and H2B, right? In Germany it's EU Blue card, right? So everything is different, it's not same in every country. For the Arabic countries, I'm not so sure. I was once in Dubai, but I used to get the visit visa, so I don't know. That's another story too. So you have to check the visa application process too. It takes a lot of time. You need to go to the embassy and struggle with those people too. It's not so easy, so you need to get used to it. And yeah, that's it. Abroad. For Africans or diaspora. The first thing that comes into mind when you think about life outside your country is a language barrier. So, a completely different language, right? The US and the UK speaks completely different language from what we speak at home. I don't know if speak or talk, you can decide it on your own. We speak English or we talk English. So, the first thing that comes to play is the language when you move abroad, right? Are you moving to a country that's English speaking, or are you moving to a different country? Countries like Germany, Italy, or France, this is a completely different country. So if you land into that country, you have to speak a different language, right? And the first thing you have to do is to go to school. So that's a barrier. My first experience here in Europe was language. One time I was just completely lost at the train station. Then I had to ask somebody for directions. The thing that comes into mind, most people just say, oh no, I don't know. Just leave me alone, I don't understand English. You can please speak in German, you know? And then, yeah, that's an experience that I have to live with, right? But at the moment, I understand the language, and yeah, you have to come to terms with that, right? So before you move out from Kenya, you're going to another land that's completely different, and the language is a barrier. Think about it, right? Good. So what about learning a new language? That's a completely different thing, right? Most people, when you're at home, you know, maybe you went to school, secondary school, we used to do some German, French and all that. So maybe you did it for 2-3 years, right? But when you move to a different country, that's completely something different. So language, learning, and everything, that's a completely another level. And with these countries that speak maybe foreign languages and all that, you have to know the language. It's a basic requirement. So you need to have maybe a A1 or A2 for you to secure a job in these countries, right? So that's something else. Good. Migration and relocation. Which country are you relocating to? Are you moving for work, study, marriage, or permanent residency? So, it's Kenyans in Europe, right? Kenyans abroad. So we're just talking about your experiences here in Europe and how you perceive Europe to be, right? So let's talk about some completely different topic. Kenya versus foreign work ethic, right? Here in Europe, they value time. Strict